What is going on, people of YouTube? My name happens to be Kurtyoy and welcome to Game Week 12 review. Now, it's another disappointing time in the year when you have to say goodbye to the Premier League for another week. However, it's the last time we do so until March. So, thumbs up for that and hit a like if you're excited, to get the Premier League back underway, even though it only ended yesterday. However, we've got quite a few things to talk about. First of all, on the review, I'm going to show you my team and how it has done. So of course we've got Czech, Koscielny, Company and Rojo. In the end I got 47 points. It was above average. I got plus arrows in both my leagues but down arrows in global league, so that's not good. And I also got a down arrow in the head-to-head league. I lost ever so slightly to Slumdog Mignolet, which puts me now, well, it ends my winning record of, I think I had like 5 wins in a row. I'm now almost burped, 6 wins and 6 losses. About mid-table, so I'm not too bad, but a few more wins can push me up there as well. so J&O hates me, someone's team name. That's quite funny. But we're going to be looking at how other players did, because I know a few of my players didn't do very well, but one player made it in there. Surprise, surprise, I'm not going to give away anything. It was Jamie Vardy. I might have made one transfer as well, just quickly add that in. Sanchez has gone out and Özil's gone in, because I feel like Özil was already 10 assists in 12 games. Sanchez has only really done anything in 3 different games, so I've brought Özil in because he can consistently give you points throughout the whole season. So, on to the goalkeepers first. First of all, quite a surprising top selection today is Rob Elliott. He had a fantastic game. Saved quite a few chances, against the Bournemouth attackers. They shouldn't have won that game. The statistics, don't lie, but Bournemouth should have easily won that, and Rob Elliott was to thank. Maybe poor shots to thank, but Newcastle were dominated throughout that whole game. I think I saw the live stream Best 365 or the stats. I think when Bournemouth had 100 key attacks, so when they got into the final third or the final quarter, Newcastle like 19 times, which is horrific. But Rob Elliott nevertheless had a good game, picking himself up first or second clean sheet in a row, which is something they only did once with Tim Krul, as you can see, against Manchester United. Also on 10 points is Jack Butland. He had a pretty good game as well, and considering his was against Chelsea, I feel like he had a better game week in general. He made a few saves, got a clean sheet, and also, got 3 bonus points, which is what you expect from someone who's going to get a clean sheet against a team like Chelsea. He silenced them. Arnautovic got the kicking blow. Chelsea lose again. Mourinho keeps his job again. And obviously there's got to be either A, Abramovich thinking maybe there's time to put faith into managers, or B, it would cost too much money to get rid of him. I'm 70% sure it's the B. And lastly, you've got Stekelenburg, who, will he or won't he play the whole season is the question, because of course if you look at Southampton, they are without Fraser Forster at the moment. He's still got an unknown return date, so when he comes back, possibly try and work his way into the England setup, as well as Ben Foster. You've got loads of options. I think Butland and Hart, unless they get injured, are pretty much secured there. But Stekelenburg had a good game week, makes himself up a clean sheet and also a few saves to add as well. No bonus points because it was against Sunderland, but what can you do? Moving on to the defenders now. Scott Dan has surprisingly got a 10 on his score, and actually he's one of the highest scoring defenders in general. He's up there in 5th, joint on score with Monreal, 1 above Bellerin, 2 above Koscielny, and only just behind Vincent Kompany, so not a bad time for him. He had a decent game week indeed, picked up a goal, 2 bonus points, no clean sheet. It wasn't against Liverpool though, but his season so far has been pretty splendid. 2 goals, 1 assist from a centre back, and also picked himself up 3 clean sheets along the way. Fantastic play from him. Go back onto round score, we'll see that, surprise mention again, we had one in the goal, and we're going to have another one in defence, and it's Mayo Yoshida. Now, I was very critical of him a few weeks ago, and I think after 1 or 2 episodes of the review, been critical of him. I think he did, contribute. I think maybe it was the Manchester United game, or maybe the Everton one, I'm not sure. But he didn't have a very good game indeed, but he came back with a bang now, and a fantastic game. I think he was played out in right back, as Cedric didn't play, but I just slammed my mouse against the wall. Very good from him indeed. And lastly, on defenders, I had a choice between Smalling, between Bertrand, between Wisdom, between Company, between Font, between Van Dijk, and between Otamendi. As you can see from the side of the screen, I've already picked one. I've gone for Nicolas Otamendi because he's the only defender that picked up 3 bonus points and a clean sheet. and he would, without the yellow card, he would have been above on 9. That's the reason I've gone for him. Sturdy defensive performance, although it was a 0-0 against Aston Villa. You know, Remy Gard seems to have maybe given them a new lease of life. They were pretty good against Manchester City, considering if Sherwood was still in charge, you would have been saying, you know, 3 or 4 would have been kind, you know. So obviously Remy Gard could be the right man for the job if results like this happen every single week, but we'll have to just wait and see. Moving on to midfielders now, we've got a few, again, a few surprising ones, and it's a very surprising week this week because a lot of the big scorers didn't get big scores, and it's very weird, or very big, or a lot of big pricey players didn't get big scores. You know, and the average price here is 4.9 million. That is mental to think about. But first up, we got Johnny Howson. He has grabbed himself 3 bonus points, a clean sheet as well to add to it. Also picked himself up a goal, the winning goal as it was against Swansea, who now reportedly are ready to sack manager Gary Monk, in which I would hate to see. I'm a big fan of Gary Monk, going through a tough period, but you know, you've got to try and stick with him at least until Christmas, then you can get a new manager in, you know, with the new team, and he can do what he wants to do in the transfer market. And if Gary Monk then could pull it back, you know, you're thinking, you know, we've obviously got a good man for the job, but you've got a busy schedule. You know, I think now would be a good choice or the best time really to sack a manager, because of the fact that you've got 2 weeks or so before the next game, so you can train hard with the players that are left out from international duty. But Howson nevertheless got the winning goal, and as to did Jesse Lingard. He himself up 3 bonus points, clean sheet, and also 5 goals, or 5 points for a goal, sorry. And, you know, loved by a lot of Manchester United fans because he's been there since he was a youngster. You saw a picture of him, you know, like 3, 2, 4 years old, I'm not sure, around there. He's gone up over the ranks. He's learned from people like Cristiano Ronaldo when he was in the youth system, and now he's coming on and he's scoring goals, and also keeping wonder kid Memphis Depay out of the team. Make of that what you will. He himself up a goal, clean sheet as well, 11 points, fantastic and sterling performance from him. And lastly, I had a choice between Lanzini and Coutinho, and I had to pick Lanzini because he effectively got the team a point, and he could be the man to step up. Now Payet maybe could be out injured. He got a goal and 3 bonus points, and it was quite a good strike indeed, but you know, not really much to say about that. Let's move on to the forwards, and surprise, surprise, there were some surprises. Now, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, you know, Vardy's in there. Yep. I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, now it's tough. Because I've put Kane in there, and I've also put Iosi Perez in there. I'll get onto them in a second, but firstly, Vardy scored again. He's now 1 behind Ruud van Nistelrooy's record of scoring in 10 consecutive Premier League games. He's got 9. He has now got 12 goals in 12 games with an assist to add on. His form is sublime. If he can complete this up to the World Cup, then I don't think you can say don't start him. Because Sturridge will have been, you know, on and off with injuries, and he has been throughout the most of the season. Harry Kane, bit iffy. Rooney, I have to say, behind. I think if Jamie Vardy's going to get like 25, 30 goals by the end of the season and continues this, he has to start. Just because he hasn't played in England before, that doesn't matter. He has to start for me. But he's, you know, kept up his record. He's now got up an extra 0.1 million. He's now worth £1.4 million more than he was at the start. And, you know, he's selected by over half people that do it. So fair play to everyone who's got him. He's going to continue to score in my eyes. Should he break Van Nistelrooy's record? You know, I think he's got a good chance of it. But secondly, we've got Harry Kane. Another game, another goal, 5 goals in the last 3 games. If you go back to when he scored against City, it's 7 goals in the last 6 games. Yes, he only scored 6 goals this season, but he also scored an own goal against Swansea in a 2-2 draw. All joking aside, 5 goals in 3 games, fantastic form from the England striker. Has he found the form he was in last season? I don't know. Can he produce it again? I hope so. For the simple reason that it'd be good to see Harry Kane firing in goals again. And he's obviously a good finisher. He's shown that, you know, with the 5 goals in 3 games, he can finish a ball well. You know, against the Arsenal was a good finish, the hat-trick against Bournemouth, and also the goal against Villa. So he's not only shown he can do it against the weakened teams, but he's done it against Arsenal as well. So, you know, you can't say, oh, he's only scored against the weakened teams. He also scored against City, just to add that in. And lastly, Iosi Perez. Because Iosi Perez got the goal that gave them the victory against Bournemouth, Lukaku got a draw, Dini lost, so I thought I'll give it to Jose Perez. You know, scored a goal, got some bonus points. Thought pretty solid performance. Came after 76 minutes. Again, like I said, Newcastle shouldn't have won, but they did. And that's all I've got for the review. If you've got any players that you think did well under the circumstances they were playing but didn't reach it into the top 3 scorers, let me know in the comments down below. And a few quick things to add. I've got a few different videos, hopefully, coming out soon, which is to do about all time, but to do with that the best players so far in this season, in the first third of the season. That'll be happening every third, so in the next 10-15 games I'll do it, and then the end of the season I'll do it, also in the end of season preview or review, sorry. And also I've got Football Manager videos coming up. I'm going to have soon, I haven't have a date though, the second episode of the mid-table clash yet to be recorded. Hopefully that'll be coming out very soon. And also third episode of my Football Manager series, To the Top. It's not going well. It's not going well, but thank you guys for watching nonetheless. If you like this video, then leave a like, let me think in the comments down below, and subscribe if you feel like I'm worthy, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.